Several days ago, when the organizer pushed out the kickoff article of the event, I started to think, what is the comfort zone? I started to do some research, like searching on the computers in my school with a laggy internet speed, asking the innocent high school students like me who are always labeled new to everything. And my final approach, trying to understand every single word in the kickoff article, which is very brief, or shall we say, vague. Then, what is it, you may ask? The comfort zone is a kind of thing that you fit in for a long time. Make yourself confined, thus you don't want to get out of it immediately. However, when you get out of it, you may find yourself improve a lot in certain aspects. Let me take an instance. You want to get up at 7 a.m. and then one day your parent or your homeroom teacher orders you to get up at 6 a.m. every day. Or you will be punished by tons of homework. Believe me, that will destroy a young 16-year-old high school student. In that case, at first you'll boycott the sudden change. However, you may find that you get used to it and even love it, since you could get quite a lot of benefits from that. I started at 6 a.m. and then wow, I got very sleepy, and then wow, when you get out of the circle that limits you, you find I wake up, I feel the day is great. So it seems quite great, huh? However, that is in a rapidly passive way, which means the force of it does not come from yourself, or from an external source, just like your parent or your teacher. However, but as is known to all, this will just make you annoyed. The consequence of which will be like your vacation plans or dream cars be abandoned. So now I'm going to introduce 3 policies that will make you get out of your comfort zone, and which is very beneficial for you. First, be positive in the early stages. Just like what I mentioned, to hate the mood passively is not the best choice. In my perspective, you have to have a motivation, a dream to push you progress. My own experience would be a PowerPoint in case when I was about 10, I started my habit developing project. Which is purpose to find out my personal career preference. Here, I want to say thanks to my dear parents who started that family company that runs manufacturing, which forced me to make a choice like this. And I also want to say thanks to my sister who got in the same high school as me and got a great physics grade, pushing me to the gene scheme that all the people around me would say, oh, I must have a great score in physics. Well, that's not a story. Nevertheless, I soon found that I love the robotic things. And I decided to get into my dream university, which is also most of the young boys' ultimate destination. And then, just work in a head tech company like Google. So I began to put my effort on it, searching and attempting the new things for 7 hours a day. So dedicated in asking questions that I make my teacher annoyed at me. But I did this for around 4 years. Luckily, at last I got at least 7 awards in the country range competitions, 4 of which are the first prize. Reaching the 4th place among Chinese teams in the World Championship, and I finally got a chance to communicate with some of the professors in this April. During the process of moving out of the comfort zone, the motivation of my parents, my sister, my dream university, and my goals had greatly influenced on that positively. just push myself to make the first step. Dealing with the war and loneliness, failure, and loss, I finally helped me get out of the circle that limits my imagination. My second policy, be patient. No one would move out the comfort zone easily. Getting out of the space that will make you confined is not an easy work, obviously. And it's very common for you to refuse to make any change in certain stages. Charlie Shao, the founder of Sohu, firstly restructured Chinese internet a decade ago. He's also known as the first man to build possessions on the internet, which inspired mostly young people to create their own career on the internet. During that period, he thought that no one would make the internet company beyond him. Hence, he refused to make any changes and just stay in the comfort zone. When he realized that the internet world has changed greatly, on the one hand, he just wants to get out of the comfort zone and then adjust the strategy. On the other hand, he still could not get out his carrying lifestyle. He did that change slightly, and finally made Sohu re-emerge to prosperity. This process cost him a decade, but finally he did it. Well, what would happen if he just tried and then gave up? There will be no Sohu input that a large amount of people now use this on their smart devices. Sohu in a disaster, and Charlie's would be forgotten. Never had the strength or chance to make a comeback. Therefore, move your steps slowly, slightly, patiently, and your dream will come closely. I think that some of you will still remember what I mentioned at first, the story that I got the definition of the comfort zone. Some of you may think that, well, why does the boy say this to us? I mean, I have a great teacher who knows everything, an encyclopedia, and a great internet access, etc. What I want you to know is that is your comfort zone. You have a great environment to do the researches, to learn English and even other languages, and to know anything you like. But here, on the stage, is me, the 16-year-old high school student who went through quite a lot of inconvenience to make a presentation for you, the adults and seniors. So, if you're surprised, emulated, or just want to be the best version of yourself, just my third policy. Do it, and do it now. Thank you.